Welcome to Zazumi. I'm Sheri Barbera, and today, we are talking about three mistakes that you definitely don't want to make if you're starting a YouTube channel for the first time as an entrepreneur or business person. If you are a first timer to our channel, welcome. And our channel is all about YouTube for business, how to use YouTube for strategy, branding, and marketing your business, and the tips and suggestions and strategies that we give you, like the ones that we're giving you right now, are to help your channel grow more quickly, to boost your income, influence, and impact using YouTube. So let's get into it right now. If you have decided as an entrepreneur, a small business owner, a professional or creative to start a YouTube channel, that's smart. And the reason for that is because YouTube is the second largest search engine on the planet. And why does that matter? And I know I've said that so many times, but it's all about discovery. And search engines are all about discovery. And if you want your business discovered, it's very smart to be on YouTube. The reason for that is because YouTube helps you get discovered through search, through suggested videos, through subscription feeds. So when people subscribe to your channel, you show up in their feed when they're looking at videos on their homepage. And you show up on their homepage, and you show up potentially when someone writes in a search request. So who's here with us? Okay, let's see. So Rajesh is here. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. I love that you're here, Rajesh. And Dale is here. Welcome, Dale, Wandering Ancient Paths. Wonderful to have you both with us. Thank you for joining us. What is text search and why is it so important? Text search gives you on YouTube a video answer to a question that you have. And if you're a business and if you're local, you can gear your SEO and your videos to showing up when someone's entering questions about something local. Even if you're national, even if you're global, the search capabilities that YouTube offers you are amazing. Hey, look who's here too. John. Welcome, John, from Dean Save. Thank you so much for coming. YouTube is a platform, and you can leverage that platform for your own business. You can bring customers directly to you, and this is the thing that makes YouTube so beneficial for businesses. Most of the time, you're trying to get customers. And how do you get a new customer? The cost of acquisition of a new customer. How do you find a customer? Where are you advertising to get customers? How do you find the ideal customer that your product or service is perfect for? And this is what YouTube's platform already does for you as a company, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. And it's one of the reasons why YouTube is so incredible. The very first day that you set up your channel and you post a video, you can link already immediately in the video description below your video to your company website, to a landing page to sell something, to your own shop, to your social media. And what that means is that you are already building your SEO immediately as soon as you open your YouTube channel. And that's another reason why YouTube is gold for businesses, for entrepreneurs, because if you want to launch quickly, this is a great way to launch. Your channel banner is so incredibly important because it is a place to do branding about you. It is a place to market your business. It is a place to give information to people who are coming to your channel, and there are hot links. And if you look at our channel banner, you can see that we brand with our logo and our colors. Those are our brand colors: red, white, yellow, and black. We say what we are. We are Zazumi, YouTube for business. That's who we're for. YouTube for business people. We're live every Tuesday at 5, so we're live at 5. and it's Sal and me, and I'm going to pop over to Sal for a second. I think he's eating M&Ms. Something that he used to do when we were live in person, right? All the time. So
I love M&Ms.
Who doesn't love M&Ms? They're so good. On your channel banner, the other thing that you have the opportunity to do is to show not just your logo, not just information about what you're about and when, which is marketing information, but links. Look at this. So you can link to a course, which I'm doing. You can link to a newsletter, which I'm doing. You can link to your website, which I'm doing. You can link to anything that you want on your own channel banner. And this is to bring your ideal customer to you. It's not, this is what makes YouTube so amazing. And that's why you don't want to make these 3 mistakes. The first one is, who's your channel for? If you're an entrepreneur, often you think it's for you. You think everything is about you. Everything is me, 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 me. I'm amazing, I'm awesome. Look at the wonderful thing that I created. My ideas are brilliant. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. And yeah, you are. Watch me, follow me, choose me, listen to me. This is what most entrepreneurs are sort of geared to think about, because they come up with something amazing. They come up with something creative. If you're founding a new business, you have a million ideas in your head and you're thinking to yourself, wow, everybody wants to know about me and wants to know what I'm all about and why I'm doing this. And the truth is, you're wrong. That is not the way to do it on YouTube. It's definitely not the way to do it. And the reason for that is because you need to allow the platform to do its work for you. That's the whole reason to be on YouTube. YouTube identifies who your ideal viewer is. YouTube figures it out based on the responses that you get to your content. So it's really all about your content for your viewer. It's not all about you. It's all about who your targeted audience is so they can discover you. So who is that? It's your ideal customer. That is your who. So that's number 1. Your who is not you. Your who is you, the ideal customer. And the way that you figure that out is with very targeted content. And when you make very targeted content, this is what's amazing about YouTube. When you consistently, so a lot of people, when they start a channel, they're really not sure what they're doing and they try a whole bunch of different things. But if you're a business, you already have very specific things that you want to talk about. You want to talk about your products or services. You want to talk about your business. You want to talk about your customers, of course. You want to talk about why you created this business and who you created this business for and all of these things. And that's great, and you should do that. And yet, to find your ideal customer, the first things that you want to be doing are none of those things. The first things that you want to be doing are answering questions, solving problems, creating solutions for the issues that your ideal customer has. So whatever your product or service is, how do you solve the things that they are concerned about? How do you answer their questions? This is what you want to provide content about. And when you do that, you are consistently posting again and again and again what your ideal customer needs, what your ideal customer wants, what your ideal customer is looking for. And when you do that, YouTube, the algorithm underneath the videos, starts to get a sense of who you are and what your channel is all about and who you serve. This is the key. Who do you serve? It's not about you, it's about them. So who is your ideal customer? Who is your ideal client? Who is the ideal person to find your channel? Well, YouTube is learning. And as YouTube learns, now they can start pushing out your content to the people who would be interested from their search requests. And see the way this works? So when you start answering questions that people have and you start showing up in search results and suggested videos, the more you produce the content that people want and the more they watch it, the more YouTube says, oh, I get it. This is what your channel's all about. Now I'm going to find similar audiences to the people that are already watching your content, and I'm going to show it to them. This is how YouTube itself works for you for free. Don't forget, this platform is free. So this is how YouTube itself works for you to help you grow your business. And if you do it right, you can grow your business pretty quickly. YouTube will suggest your videos. It's got to be the content for your ideal client. You have to know what they're searching for. You have to know what the problems are that they need solved. And you have to tell them how you solve it, how you can change their life and make it better. What is it that your products, your services, what is it that you're offering that changes someone's life? So the first number one question is who? The answer to that is your ideal client, and every single one of your videos needs to focus on your viewer and answer their questions. YouTube will find your viewer for you. So your first video series should be for your ideal customer. You are creating for them, not for you. For example, if you are a small business and you have this problem, if you're a small business and you're trying to find new customers, we have the solution. And for us, the solution is video marketing on YouTube. That's our solution for you. So do you see how this works? That is your first video series. You solve all the questions of your ideal customer. So what's number two? What? That's what number two is. What? My stuff. That's what the entrepreneur says. It's all about my stuff, right? What? My stuff. It's got tires. It has a lid. It's 36-inch tall. You got to like it. You got to love it. You got to look at my stuff. Buy it. Buy my stuff. You know, it can stay outside. It's this, it's that, it's this, it's that, right? What? No, that's wrong again, because people don't buy the steak, they buy the sizzle. And if you've never heard that, Seth Godin said that. I read that years and years ago when I read, I don't even know which one of his books. I've read so many of his books. And I just thought it was such a cool thing to say. I never forgot it. And it's so true. If you look at this graphic, what are people doing? They're at a barbecue. Everyone's interacting. Is it about the grill? Is it about the food on the grill? No, it's about this kid. It's about this kid. It's about these people talking to each other. It's about mom bringing stuff out. It is about the sizzle. It's not about the barbecue. And if I go back and I say, well, but the barbecue grill has tires. It's got a lid. It's 36 inches tall. It can stay outside. Okay, I get it. So that's all about a barbecue grill. Why would I care? You're not giving me a reason to buy. Give me the sizzle, not the steak. What are your ideal customers actually searching for? And this is what you need to think about when you're creating your videos, when you're talking to your customers. If you just talk about tires and you just talk about lids and you just talk about height, these are features. Features don't sell a product. They're great. I mean, it's wonderful, all the different features. But what are the benefits to me? Why do I want to buy this? And that's what you need to tell me. And, you know, when Sal and I go out to buy something, yeah, we might be going out to buy something because we need it for some reason, or maybe we don't, and we just feel like getting whatever it is. But what do we look at? I mean, we talk about how we're going to use it.
Right.
We talk about what makes it beneficial for us.
How much fun it's going to be to use it.
Yeah. You know, the ways that we're going to use it.
How we're going to do whatever it is, use whatever it is together.
together or with other people, or why we're getting it. So
why is it fun? Why is it
why
so
is it
useful?
worthwhile?
Why is it, yeah.
Right. So you want to know what are people searching for? And why are they buying a barbecue grill in the first place? Is it because they want more together time with their family? Is it because they invite their neighbors over? Is it because they just want to be outside and they love to be outside and everything is outside? So if they're going to be cooking, it's got to be an outdoor activity, or maybe it's a social event. What is the underlying reason? So the features are, it's got tires. Whoop-de-doo. What's the benefit? It's mobile. Oh, that's a benefit, because now I can move the barbecue grill around to wherever I want to. There's a benefit. It has a lid. Oh, gee, that's nice. Why do I care? Does it have a lid? Well, it's great if it's raining, right? It's good for safety purposes because you don't want people just touching a hot grill, and it's good for health reasons as well. It's 36 inches tall. Why does that matter? Well, it's portable, it's compact. There's a bunch of, maybe it fits underneath an eave or a place on the patio that's important to me. These are benefits. Features are wonderful, but what does it do for me? And that's what everybody wants to know. What is the sizzle, not the steak? Make sizzle videos. Think in terms of the visual. Think in terms of the uses. What is so great about your product or service that's going to change someone's life, that's going to help them solve a problem, that's going to improve their life in some fashion, and that they will be grateful and thankful for that they found you. So, hey, we've got more people. Hi, Rita. Welcome. Great to see you. Rita and Dale are two of our Zazumi members, where we talk about YouTube every single Wednesday morning. We do a Q&A. And look, it's Sabby BG Show. Welcome, Sabby. I love that you're here. Sabby's got a huge channel with, God, Sabby, how many subscribers do you have? Like trillions, right? So I'm so impressed that you're here. Thank you very much for coming. Your second video series, based on what I just said, should be your product or services benefits. These are benefits for your ideal customer, and you want to show them how your product is used, how your service is used. Visually, you want to show them the wonderful benefits of using your product or service, and you want them to get so excited about it that they have to click the links in the description below your video and go to your shop and purchase right then, right? This is your goal. So this is the reason why when you talk about what, it's never about your features unless it's to show, well, here's the feature, but look what you get from this. Here's the feature, but wow, it does this for you. Here's the feature, but oh my gosh, it is so amazing for these multiple reasons. And this is how you get people excited about your product, by showing it, by using it, by having other people use it, by having customer testimonials, all of the reasons that your product benefits, your service benefits your ideal client. Next, what is number 3? Why? Don't I say why so many times? Why? And it's the most important thing. So why should people come to your channel? Well, if you're an entrepreneur, and you're thinking everything's about me, well, you want them to come to your channel because you're amazing. You're awesome. You're the best at whatever you do, right? And these are the kind of things that you think. You think, call me, email me, subscribe, subscribe to my channel. I'm this, I'm that, wah, 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 wah. Well, hey, guess what? Guess what, Mr. Entrepreneur, Mr. New business person? That's wrong. Once again, because they don't even know you. They don't even know who you are. You can say all the greatest things you want to about yourself, and you are correct in the things that you say. You know you better than anybody else, don't you? But who cares? They don't know you. They don't know what you're about. They don't know your products and services. They don't know why you're awesome. This is the value and the amazing thing about YouTube and video, because now you can show them, instead of telling. Show and tell at the same time, but show and show and show. And that's what branding is all about. Represent your brand the way you want your brand represented. Create your brand the way you want your brand created. Don't let other people control your branding. Don't let other people control who you are and what you're about and what your products and services about. This is you talking about what you are about, but not by saying, oh, look at me, I'm so awesome, I'm so great. So how do you do it? I know it sounds like a little conundrum, right? But it's not. It's through stories. And stories are the way that you build trust. And stories are also the way that you build authority. And I'm going to tell a story, and I'm going to pop back over to Sal.
I have to be on for you to tell the story?
You don't. Do you not want to be on, honey?
No, I would love to be on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, actually, you know what, honey? I'm not going to have you on for a moment. And the reason for that is
teasing me.
Because this story actually predates Sal, which is hard to believe. I mean, we've been together so long. But this story predates Sal. And I was in my 20s, early 20s, and I needed a job. And I was looking through the paper and I saw an ad. This is when there were still classifieds and you found a job through a newspaper. Do you remember what a newspaper is, people? So I'm looking through the newspaper and I see a job offer for Christmas decorating. I had no idea what that was. I hadn't even ever heard of it. I was living in a town I had never lived in before, and I was in a place that I wasn't even sure about. I had just graduated from college and I just needed money, right? I just needed money, but it sounded interesting because I liked the word decorating and I liked the idea of decorating. So I went to get the job and they hired me immediately. And it was for this store that I called the Kmart of Christmas. That's what I called it because it was this pretty crappy looking store. And they had lined up for Christmas all these Christmas trees. And at the time I was living in New Jersey, and in New Jersey they had patio furniture stores. Well, in the winter you don't sell patio furniture, you sell Christmas. So they would sell artificial Christmas trees and wreaths and garlands and stuff like that. And to sell them, they hired people like me to decorate all the trees so that people wanted to buy not only the trees but the decorations. Well, I had never seen anything like this in my life. I didn't grow up with this. I didn't know what this was about, but I loved it. As soon as I got there, I loved it. But I had never done it before. And there were a crew of 10 of us. And there was one woman in charge of all of us, and she was probably twice my age. And she was a wonderful teacher. I loved her. And it was so much fun, and they had about 15 stores around New Jersey. So our little crew traveled around and decorated all the trees in all the stores, and I loved it. Well, at the end of that short season, because that was only like 4 weeks worth of decorating, like, what am I going to do now? Well, a man came into one of the stores, and he said, I need someone for a new place that I'm building to do the Christmas for the first year. Do you have someone? And everyone told them to hire me. Now, I had never done Christmas decorating before in my life. It turned out to be Sheri Plow Pharmaceutical corporate headquarters. They were building the new building, and this guy was the architect. And I worked hand in hand with the architect of Sheri Plow Pharmaceuticals Corporation, corporate headquarters. That was my first Christmas job. And that turned into, multiple corporate headquarter jobs that I got, restaurants and so many things that I did. And at one point we were almost a 7-figure company, right before 9/11, as a matter of fact, which crashed our business. But it was so much fun, and none of that would have happened if, number one, I hadn't gone in and learned something new. Number two, I hadn't done a job that other people loved what I did and talked about me and said, look, you need to do the X, Y, and Z for this person. And then the other thing is, if I hadn't taken the leap of faith saying, yeah, I can do this. I mean, it didn't even occur to me that I couldn't do it. In fact, I wanted to decorate the whole entire building and he had to dial me back. But my verbiage to him was, oh my gosh, I just want to make this the most beautiful place for the people that work here, that they will be thrilled and excited to come to work every day. And this is what I want you to do with your videos. I want you to create that kind of authority with your products and services, and that kind of enthusiasm for your products and services from other people, and that kind of reasoning. You know, it was never about me. It was always about, oh my God, I turn a place into magic. And I did. I mean, it literally went from a beautiful corporate building, no doubt, it was gorgeous. But for Christmas, it was pure magic. And I'm gonna pop over to Sal for a second, because this is my favorite part of this story. My favorite part of the story is that so it was a 4-story building, and I had put Christmas trees on every single level on the balconies that you could see from the outside of the building. And from the outside of the building at night, it looked like a 40-story tree.
It was magical.
It was gorgeous.
It was magical.
It was gorgeous.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. And I had a 15-foot tree in the atrium, and I mean, it was just spectacular. And so from the outside, it was just as gorgeous, almost, not quite, but almost as the inside. Well, the CEO of Sheri Pharmaceuticals one night decided to bring his family to see the Christmas decor because it was so beautiful. And whoever was in charge of finances tried to save money and had shut the lights off at, like, I don't know, 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night. And they were there late, you know, after dinner. So they were taking a drive to go and look at the lights. He was so angry. He was so angry because he wanted his family to experience the magic of the Christmas lights at the corporate headquarters. He called up the building and said, you know, get those lights on. And when they told me this story, it made me so happy, because this is what, you know, I don't know. It's just, you want people to love what you do.
Right.
Right? And I don't know. I mean, I have a ton more stories about Christmas decorating, but I'm not going to get into all of them right now. Hey, Trekking Pals is here. Happy Tuesday, Habib and Alex. Thank you both for coming. Love that you're here. Thank you, guys. So, hey, if you like this video, please like it. I mean, if you're having a good time, please like it. So what do stories do? Well, stories build your authority. They build trust in you. They get people to understand and know, what are you about? Plus, they're creating interest by being not only educational about who you are and what you do, but fun and entertaining. And that's just as important as telling a story, because all of this is branding. You might start with one little tiny thing and end up with something massive. And it's just because you think in terms of your customer, because they are the only person that matters. You might be the most amazing person I'll ever meet. You might be the most amazing person on our planet today. But if you don't think first about your customer, no one is going to know, because no one is interested in a me, 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 me. Everyone is interested in me, 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 right? So they want to know about themselves. How are you going to help them? That's what people want to know. What are the targeted solutions that you are going to provide them for their business? So video series number 3 is, who is your brand? What is it about? What do you stand for? Why is your ideal client or customer going to love what you do for them? Why are they going to be excited about you, particularly you and your business? Because you are unique. You have your own point of view, your own creativity, the different kind of way that you approach life and think about life comes from your own experience. No one has your experience. Everyone lived their own life. So how do we find out about you? What are your ethics? What are your values? What is your mission with your business? Why are you an entrepreneur in the first place? Do you have a vision for the future of your company? And what is it? And why should I jump on that bandwagon with you and become a super fan? And this is what your video series number 3 is all about. It's tell me your stories. Tell me the stories about who you are, who your customers are, what you've done for them, how you've affected people, how you've changed their life, why you changed your life, what's happened in your life, why did you come to this place in the first place, how did you end up here, why are you on YouTube, what is your brand about? And these are the stories that we all want to hear in order to create trust, in order for you to build authority in your space, and to make us super fans. And that's the goal. The goal is to create super fans. And that comes with your who, your what, and your why series. And those are 3 video series, and they're all of them about your customer. Everything on YouTube begins with your viewer. Every single thing is for your viewer, not you. Everything you think about is for your viewer, because why else should they show up if it's not for them? It's got to be purely for them. YouTube helps you find your ideal customer when you create multiple pieces of content that let YouTube understand who you are, what you're about, and what problems you have solutions for, how you help, how you are there for your customer and your client. And when they understand, when YouTube's algorithm understands the content that you are consistently putting out and reinforcing, this is what I do, this is what I'm about, this is how I help you, this is how I serve you, this is how I make your life better, this is what our products do, these are the benefits. Yes, there are features, but these are the benefits for you. This is how I'm going to change your life. This is how I'm going to transform your world. This is how I'm going to make everything better or more beautiful or more magical or more wonderful for you. And this is what YouTube does for you. So, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below this video, or you can ask me right now before we get off. If you like this video, like it, please comment, please share it, subscribe to our channel if you haven't, and thank you so much for watching. You know how much I appreciate you guys. What is next? So next week, as an entrepreneur, as a business person, as a professional, as a creative, don't you want to know YouTube's guidelines when you're just starting out on your channel, or even if you've had a channel for a long time? Do you know what copyright infringements are? Do you know the things that YouTube may strike against your channel for? That is what I'm going to be talking about next week, and that is specifically why I showed a guy with a guitar, because he could be an instructor, a guitar instructor, he could be a singer, he could be a writer. There are so many things that this guy he could make guitars. I don't know. But as a business owner, this guy needs to know, and so do you, YouTube's guidelines and copyright infringements. So that is what we are going to be talking about Tuesday live at 5 next week. We are Zazumi. We are YouTube for business to boost your income, influence, and impact with YouTube. And if you haven't joined our Facebook group, it's called Business YouTubers Network. Tomorrow morning, we are going to have the amazing, oh my gosh, if you don't know her, Kim Walsh-Phillips. Tomorrow morning at 10:30 Arizona time, that's Mountain Standard Time, Kim Walsh-Phillips is going to be speaking live on our Facebook group, to our Facebook group, about course creation. And if you don't know Kim Walsh-Phillips, look her up right now on Google her, because she has put billions of dollars in her clients' pockets, because she is the return on investment, ROI queen. She is fantastic at SEO. She is fantastic at social media. She's kind of a dynamo. She's a lot of fun to listen to and watch, but the information that she gives you is off the charts. So if you want to join us tomorrow morning at 10:30 on Business YouTubers Network, our Facebook group, just join it right now and show up tomorrow morning at 10:30 and be there for Kim, because she is amazing. And you'll learn a lot. And finally, as always, just believe in yourself, because you are amazing. There is no one like you. You are uniquely you. Whatever is in that amazing head of yours, to help other people, to share with other people, just do it on YouTube, because this is what is amazing about YouTube. It offers you a platform to be you. And when you serve your clients, when you serve your customers as you, the authentic, wonderful you, you will find that your channel will grow, your connections will be wonderful. I have met so many wonderful people through the whole YouTube thing. I think my husband has some horns on his head. And I just want you to be a part of YouTube as well as you possibly can. So
You gotta be you.
we're gonna be saying goodbye.
You gotta be you.
My mom and my husband Sal and me, and this is our business Azumi. And for those of you that are first timers, thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you. We love that you're here, and we're going to say our dating game goodbye. Goodbye, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Ciao.